This is how I became a social media manager. I just want to preface this by saying there are not a certain set of qualifications you need to have to be a social media manager or an online service provider in general. This is just my journey to becoming a social media manager, and I wanted to share it with you for any businesses that are just interested in what a social media manager's background kind of looks like, or anyone that is trying to become a social media manager and see what steps I took. And again, there's no specific qualifications you need to have, but I just wanted to share. I also wanted to say that you do not need to have a degree in marketing to be a social media manager. When I would have been in college, they just started having classes dedicated to social media in the marketing department, so it's a very new thing in college. I think now there are social media marketing management degrees, but that is a very new thing. So if you are looking to hire a social media manager and they do not have a degree in marketing or even in business, just know that that should not be the reason you don't hire them, because it is a newer thing that they are teaching in college. So my journey as a social media manager actually started right here on YouTube when I was about 12, which I know sounds crazy, but it all ties into each other. So when I was 12, I started making videos here on YouTube, also on Musical.ly before it was bought, and now it's TikTok and on Instagram as well. It really just started for fun, and I posted a lot about dance because I was a competitive dancer at the time, pursuing a career in choreography and dance once I graduated high school. That was the plan. That is obviously not how my life turned out, but it's okay. God works in really amazing ways. But that's kind of how my whole journey on social media started, because I did teach myself how to create content, how to edit videos, how to create graphics, and it also really taught me what worked well on social media and what didn't. So I did that from about 12 to like 15 or 16. Once I was a junior in high school, I stopped doing social media and everything, but I still helped create graphics and edit video and edit music for the dance studio that I was competing at. So I still had a lot of knowledge in social media in general just from my background. So once I graduated high school, I did attend college and I did take some marketing classes, but I was pursuing a degree in dance, performance, and choreography. And absolutely no shade or anything to the university that I was attending. College was just really not for me and not on the path that I wanted to go on, and I could really tell that God was calling me to do something different, and it was really scary, but I did answer the call and decide to drop out of college. Once I dropped out of college, I was trying to figure out what my next step would be. So I did get a couple of odd jobs while I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And one day I was scrolling on TikTok, as one does, and I saw someone post a day in life as a social media manager, and I was like, what is that? And I went down this really long TikTok rabbit hole, doom scroll, if you will, about social media managers and social media management and really the whole online business world, online service provider world. Once I found out that social media management was a job, I knew that that is what I wanted to start pursuing. Luckily for me, I did have a lot of social media knowledge. I knew how to create content, how to edit videos, how to write captions, how to create graphics. All of the social media side I already knew how to do from my time being on YouTube. The only other side I needed to learn was the marketing and the analytical side. So luckily for me, I did have a foundation in marketing. I did take a couple marketing classes in college, so I really understood the basics of marketing, but I knew I needed to invest more time into learning digital marketing and social media marketing and also marketing psychology. So I did take a couple more marketing and psychology classes at a community college, and I also took a lot of online certifications. If you are trying to learn more about social media or become a social media manager, there are a ton of very affordable and even free online social media marketing and digital marketing courses and classes that you can take that I honestly learned more than I did in my college marketing classes. I really recommend any of the ones from Meta. They have ones on ads, on Reels, on a ton of different things. So if you're planning on managing Facebook or Instagram or any of Meta's platforms, taking their certifications in their classes is going to help you so much because they're telling you what is going to perform well on their platforms. Pinterest also has Pinterest Academy. I've taken a lot of their classes. They have a ton of things on how Pinterest works, different strategies, and everything like that. The course that I got the most out of was actually the free digital marketing course from HubSpot. It was super in-depth. It taught literally everything you needed to know about social media and strategy. It talked about how to build a strategy, different buying behaviors from your target audience. So that was definitely my favorite course that I took. There's also a ton of YouTube videos out there. I definitely learned a lot from that. And once I built the confidence in knowing, okay, I know social media and now I know the marketing bit that I was missing, I really just had to find a client to trust me and start going. So my first client was actually a family friend that I charged very little for. I charged hourly, and they really just took a chance on me, which I'm really so incredibly grateful for because I got to build a portfolio with them. I learned a lot from them. They did have a marketing director, so I was working under her, just creating content and learning from her, which was so amazing. But if you're just starting out as a social media manager, I would go to local businesses that you go to all the time that you have relationships with, or if you know any business owners, talk to them. And I don't recommend giving away free services because at the end of the day, it is trading your time for your money. But in the beginning, if you're gonna work with a business and you don't have any background in social media and you're trying this for the first time, you can do a couple months for free or a month for free and then start charging a little bit more and a little bit more. That is how I became a social media manager over 3 years ago now. Now I charge more for my services. I've worked with a lot of different brands, a lot of different industries, but I'm so grateful for that first business that really took a chance on me and handed over their social media and let me learn and play and test things, and that's really how I got started. And if you're a new social media manager and not sure what to charge for your services, I can do a whole nother video on that. Social media management is still a new field, so there's not really a standard or a set of what you should be charging for your services. It really does depend on the level of service you're providing and how many years of experience you have. So I can do a breakdown video on my pricing and kind of how I priced out my services and why I did that, but I'm always updating my prices when I invest more time and education into my business and I learn new things. But the best way that I learned social media was definitely to learn the social media aspect, definitely learn the marketing aspect, but then to go head in because social media is changing all of the time. Platforms are updating, users' behaviors are changing on different platforms. During the holidays, content is going to perform different than it does in the summer or the fall. There's so many aspects that go into social media that if you're not in social media world, marketing world, it's going to be really hard to keep up with all the changes that are happening. So that is how I became a social media manager. I hope that this video was helpful to all my aspiring social media managers and also business owners, just to kind of get an idea of the education that people who manage your social media have to go through and what we have to learn to be able to effectively market your business on social media. If you have any questions about social media management or any of the courses that I recommend you take, please leave me a comment, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Alana Media Co, where I post a lot of social media tips and tricks, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!